All right, good afternoon, everyone. It is 12:04 p.m. Eastern Time, September 9th, 2025. And I've been getting some questions and I've been doing some research and uh, more so about price action trading versus order flow trading. And if you have a new trader, what would you focus on as a new trader? So I think you should focus on price and volume. That's it. Forget about your indicators. Forget about anything. Price and volume. All right. Whether it's with um, candlestick charts. At first, I'm talking about a brand new trader. I'm not talking about somebody who has maybe 6 months to a year's worth of experience. And what I would focus on basically is the basics. What's a bid? What's an offer? Right? How do markets move? What's the difference between passive or a limit order and a market order? Right? And really focus on that. When you focus on those things, everything else falls into place. Okay? A pretty chart's not going to make you money. All right? But knowing how markets move and the auction process will. All right? The most important part of it as well is adding in risk management. Steve, what do you mean? What's that? I don't use stops. Okay. Chances are you blew an account. You haven't blown an account. You haven't lost enough money not to use it. Or you didn't have a mentor, or you didn't never write in a book. You know why? Because brokers know that most folks who create trading accounts either blow them up or never use them, because this is a hard business. That's the truth. That's the truth. All right. So the first thing you learn is money management. Get a book on how to manage your money. They should teach it in schools, and they don't. Okay. When I was younger and in school, they taught you how to balance a book, how to write a check, how to balance a checkbook. Over here, they don't. Today's America don't even teach the kids to write cursive, to even sign a check. They want everything digital. They want to know everything about you in a digital era. Okay? But you got to go old school every so often. You got to know how to write a check. You got to know how to create a cursive, write your name, right? You got to know how to protect your identity, right? And you got to know about the auction process, regardless of trading, supply and demand. That's what it is. When prices are cheap, people buy it. I do. I go for the BOGO, buy one, get one free, right? The way prices of food are today, right? Of course, especially if there's something I use, right? Do I coupon shop? Of course I do. Most people who are well off do that. Trust me. They have it differently. They have accountants that pay for it all. What I mean by that, you know what I mean by that. Okay? So, another question I got: how did you get involved in trading? Well, I've created I guess, a short video maybe? I don't know if it was a short video on who was Steve Trader 66. And that gives you my little background, you know? Well, how do you get your charts so nice? Well, the chart is basically what I use for trading. Each one of these charts specifically have pretty much the same information. And my setups change depending on what I need to look at. All right? One setup doesn't fit all. Okay? Just like one size don't fit all. You got to know what you need and just use that and learn that. If you're going to use an indicator, really learn about the indicator. What is the indicator telling you? How do you benefit from it? What do you look for? So once you're done with learning price and volume participation, right? You need to learn how to put it together. Now, what are the nuances that move price? Is it always supply and demand? No. It could be geopolitical. It could be news that moves it. It has to be a catalyst. You see this? Most traders are going to go, oh, I want to go long. And I'll tell you if you should. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't go long. Okay, you shouldn't go long. We're hitting a wall. See that big number here? Let's see if we come down to the VWAP. Trying to push again. See what's happening here? You go down to the VWAP. Boom. That would have been a point. Anyway, so if you learn, and that's the point I'm trying to say. If you know the volume, what's happening with the volume, and how bids and offers work, and the mindset of weak hands in the market, not the big money, the weak hands, you trade against the weak hands and you trade with the big money. All right? And if you're right 50% of the time with the right risk management rules, you can probably if you're in the right mindset, you can make a living trading. 50% with the right risk management. Okay? That's it. If you like this kind of video, please like, subscribe, share, comment. See you in the next one.